Hi guys, update video. Um, um, I don't know when the last time I posted was, but this is worthy of an update, I think. This is the job situation. So I got the contract from the place here. I don't like it. It's a very restrictive contract. They don't offer a lot of money. Of course, as I mentioned, made the whole video on. I have to go way out into um, the suburban area to work there, which means I won't be, it won't be as easy to get to things here in town. But mainly it was just the contract itself. A lot of the rules, like it was very strict on things like if you're late. And I've had schools um, that were strict on this before. If you're late, they're like, if you're 1 or 2 minutes late, they want to strike money out of your paycheck. I'm just like, no, if I do the work, you know, I get the money. You can put some penalty in there if you don't want me to be late. You want to encourage me to be on time. Okay, that's fine. But the minute you start pulling money out of my paycheck, no. To their credit, the kindergarten I worked at before, they had the same problem. They would be the first off, the front door was locked and I had no way to get in, so I had to stand there and wait for people to come open the door. Uh, but more to the point, my classes started at, I don't remember the times exactly. First class is like at 9:30, and my time to start office hours was 8 o'clock. Okay, that's no problem. I mean, I literally lived upstairs, so I'd come down, and sometimes I'd walk in 1 or 2 minutes after 8. What difference could that possibly make? Well, it was an excuse for them to steal money from me, which they jumped on right away, and I fought it. And eventually, I got them to make an exception. And of course, what they're trying to do is get you to come in, early, so that you're working more hours than what you agreed to in the contract. Of course, it's all irrelevant because what you're doing in office hours is prepping for class, and that I did. I was putting together their whole program for them, but apparently it's nothing's too nothing's too important for them not to steal money from you. So little penalties in the contract that say we're going to take money from you away from you if you do this or that. I don't accept that. If I did something so severe that it can't be accepted, then okay, fire me, cancel the contract. I can always do that. If it's not that severe, then give me my money. I either did the work or I didn't. So anyway, there was a lot of little things in there like that. Never mind the fact that you work a lot more hours than you should. Not hours, sorry. Work a lot more days than you should. She mentioned that already. Compared to a public school, they keep going several weeks into vacation time. And then on top of that, they're paying. Well, now it's half. So here's the other thing that happened. China sent an offer back. I thought they were gonna give me a number, which means it's not even a real offer. And she finally came back to me and said, how about 22? And that's a lot more. I didn't actually look to see what the Vietnamese offer translates into in renminbi, the Chinese currency. But it's about double. It's about double now. It was just like double. I may have to go back to China. To be completely honest, I really don't want to travel until you don't have to do quarantine anymore. I'd rather stay here. But I don't see any way I can do it if I don't get a full-time job. I'm really just going, class to class here. They're offering me a really good job in China, assuming they can actually get it. You got the work visa done. Assuming I can get the work visa done, yeah, I can go back. But right now, as far as I know, I'll have to do a 2-week quarantine, probably during the holiday. Um, I assume that won't make a difference. I don't know. Um, Well, I don't know. Maybe you can do it at the tail end of the holiday because school doesn't start back. It's kind of like their extended break time. So the holiday's technically over, and then there's some amount of time between that and the start of the next semester. So not 100% sure on that. But I'm also not 100% sure she can even get um, this this work visa done. Yeah, it's a little. Of course, if I didn't mention before, this job that offer is coming from Yeyang, not from Chenzhou. I'd rather be in Chenzhou, but um, man, with a with a pay jump like that, that's yeah, worth doing. That's 50% over what they were paying before. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, so that would be nice. I said I wasn't going back there, but they're offering good money, and maybe I've learned some lessons from before. Hopefully, I've learned some lessons from before. You can go in proactively and say, "Look, here's what we need to do." I don't know. Anyway, so that was one part of it. The other thing is the landlord that where all my stuff is at in China. I mean, to be honest, I thought several weeks ago, I thought, well, he must have already chucked it all out the door because nobody's gotten up there. Terry never did get up there. Couldn't get anybody in Chenzhou to respond on storing my stuff. Finally, yesterday, he sent a message, and I guess he sent another one this morning that was basically, you got to come get it within the next 2 days. I got people moving in. And so I said, well, okay, I'm trying to get the guy. I didn't really think anything was going to happen. Finally, I got through to Terry this morning, and Yuri and Tao Tao. Tao Tao agreed to let me store some bags. I mean, I'm still going to be losing a lot of stuff because at some point you just got to throw your hands up and go, whatever. Just the most essential stuff is we're going to save. I've got a little net book in there. I've got, contacts for my eyes that I could have been wearing all year. I had just gotten them out of Hong Kong, put a lot of money into getting them, and then of course, COVID happened, and they've been sitting in my bathroom all year. So hopefully, I'll be able to get those. I mean, they're not irreplaceable, but it would be nice to not lose them. Mm, what else? I got my college degree is in there. Hopefully, they'll be able to get that. And then I told them just like whatever luggage I've got probably a good half dozen pieces of luggage, counting backpacks and things like that. A couple are actually full size, moving to China across the Pacific, full size pieces of luggage. And I said, just take whatever clothes that look, most valuable. Like I got a navy pea coat. It'd be nice to keep that. Um, and a couple of other coats, and I said just take them and stuff them in that luggage, and whatever you can get in there, keep, and the rest of it, leave it there. Chuck it out the window. There's a little Chinese Goodwill box in that apartment complex. So, but then that made me think this is Terry that's helping me out, and he's wanting me. I don't know if I ever mentioned this really or discussed it in detail, but he's got all this business in Southeast Asia he wants to do, and he wants me to get involved in it. And I agree. I want to too. That would be great. As much as I enjoy kids, the older I get, I know that becomes less and less of an option. Um, but when is travel going to start back up? And I sent him a message. I said he was going to send all the stuff down here, and I was like, I didn't want to drop the bomb on him like maybe I'm moving back to China. But I was like, yeah, I received a pretty good offer, and um, I don't I don't know what's going to happen, which is, what he responded with too. He's like, I don't know. It's according to what happens with the pandemic. And I was like, I don't know. That's exactly right. You can't do a lot of business travel with 2 weeks, quarantine every time you hop on a plane. and yet he's got business in Myanmar, um, Indonesia, Indonesia or Malaysia. He's got some project, and they're dealing with something in construction materials. They're getting from Guangdong. So he's got that going on. I want to say he had something in Singapore, but maybe I just like Singapore. I don't remember. Um, what else? So of course, he's got the school here in Vietnam. Oh, and he's got gold. He wants to import the gold from Myanmar to Vietnam because Vietnamese people, like a lot of Asians, love to buy gold. Um, he's got a bunch of stuff going on. He wants some help with all of it, but can't travel right now. And that would be fine. But he was like, yeah, let's just store the stuff in Chenzhou for now. It's better than shipping it down to Hanoi. It's like, yeah, because I don't even know if I'm going to have this apartment. He's got his stuff in my apartment. I know what we're going to do about that. Hopefully, the owner will just let us store some of that stuff. I don't know. I really don't know, but I thought all that was worth an update because this is how people get behind them when they're asking me what's going on, and I'm just like, yeah, it's really too much. Let me just tell you what the current condition is. So that's what's going on right now. Yeah, I think I think everything's going okay in Chenzhou. He's actually headed up to Chenzhou right now. He was on a train when I talked to him earlier, but he's going to get up there and get the stuff out of the apartment, and then before Tata knows if he can store it, he actually has to look at how much it is. And I'm like, whenever if it's too much, you can just reduce it. There's actually some nice backpacks and stuff. If they can't store it, somebody can have those. It's like a not Eddie Bar. What's it called? Some designer name slapped on a backpack. I'm sure it's the same backpack you get at Walmart, but it's a designer name slapped on it, and somebody can have it. I never used it. I loaned it out to a friend once. It's a nice one. It's a rolling backpack, but somehow I've got more luggage than I need. Even though I seem to move around a lot, you'd think I would need a lot of luggage, but I do it without my luggage. Anyway, that gets me up. We're getting close to 15 minutes. That's just the today's update. Everything will just be like weeks and weeks of nothing happening. Can't get any response out of people. That's very Chinese, though. Wait till the last minute, and then everything gets done, and they're not worried about it. I'm like, I need to learn to do the not worrying about it part. Just don't worry about it until the time gets here, and then it's like, okay, got to get it done. Let's go. So right now, what looks like will happen is all that stuff will get put in Tata's place, and then sometime over the holiday, maybe in March, I'll move back. It could be next month, to be honest, because the semester's supposed to start in March. So I was supposed to write up a list of problems with the contract here, and now I don't know if it's worth it because just the money alone is just like, no, they're offering too much, and you guys, they weren't willing to budge. I told her the previous offer, the first round of offers that they threw at me from Young. I said, well, just let you know this, they're offering this, and I don't like to do that because you start telling one side what the other side is offering, and they'll offer you, $1 more or something like that. It's like, no, you just offer what you think is fair for a fair wage for the work you're wanting done, and then I'll make the decision. And it's not just money. Money's not the only thing that's important on the offer. You got time off and what kind of position is it and all this stuff, location. But in this case, the money like completely overwhelms everything else. Um, like I said, I don't want to go back to China now because the pandemic is still going on. I don't want to travel internationally. people have said for a long time travel in China has been okay. You can get on a train and go places. I suspect there are little outbreaks here and there, and that you can't just go anywhere all the time, but it's fairly well open. Um, yeah, but it's not as open as it is here. Of course, then again, the other night when I went down to the Perfume Pagoda, they caught me at the coffee shop and were like, "Gotta take you to the police station." So, how open is that? Not as much as I had hoped. Not that it turned out all right, obviously. Anyway, I'm not trying to get up to 20 minutes, but I am trying to delay to just think if there's anything else I was supposed to be saying. Might be having some action-packed posts here soon. Who knows? And when I say soon, I mean like within the next month, so not really all that soon. But I thought I'd come on here and update you guys as to what's going on. I guess that's it. That's it. Uh, sorry, it's not super exciting post, but to anybody that's keeping up with uh, what's going on here, that was a great a way to succinctly let you know. I've been doing all kind of shooting around Hanoi, and I don't really have anything to post yet. I think I'm finally concluding I don't know what to post for like a visit Hanoi or my little life in Hanoi or any kind of thing. So I need to put some thought into that before I can have something to say beyond these kind of posts. But anyway, I'll let you guys know with that. And I haven't made a final decision on the China thing, but it does. I am feeling more and more like that's the thing to do. I like it here, and I really like the idea of not moving around. That would be great, but um, I can't turn down a really good job. I don't know if I'm going to be able to even do anything over the next year, like move around. So it's probably the best to just go back to China if they can actually get um, the visa. That remains to be seen. She thinks she can, but they've been wrong before. But I asked her last time, and she didn't really give a direct answer. Something about, oh, I'll have to check. And I was like, well, maybe you should do that before you make the offer. But then she messaged back and kept making offers. So I was like, okay, then I guess I can get somebody. I must be able to get the visa. Okay, that's it. Sorry, I keep talking. And I will update you guys when I make a decision or whenever the next thing happens. One of the reasons I'm not deciding yet is because I don't really have to. And boy, planning ahead of time, there's a time to plan ahead, and there's a time to just take it as it comes. I say, this could be song lyrics. Talk to you guys later. Oh.